And it says we are live on a Thursday. Hello.
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 Hi.
Kendall over there. Joe Mayo down there. And we'll start with a baby rant. You might remember a week ago that I went to the convenience store.
Oh yeah, the guy that was arrested and everything.
Well, that too. That too.
Yeah.
But I was standing in line.
Somebody
Mm.
cut you, or you went.
And when it came to be my turn, the cashier took the guy behind me.
Yeah.
Right? Aren't I supposed to be next? Why? Whatever. Today at the grocery store, I'm second in line. Like somebody's ahead of me, I'm next. Guy comes behind me. Excuse me, can I go in front of you?
Oh.
I gave him the good glare. No.
Mhm.
No.
You said no.
What makes you more important than me?
Yeah.
I'm standing here in line. Can I go ahead of you? Get out of here. It's my turn next. I've been waiting here.
Yeah.
What
Well,
am I?
did you actually say no?
No, well, that yes. The rest was in my head. but I gave him the good I growled at him.
Okay.
So, but look,
Growl
Christian,
about.
Sabzuda is
Hey, Christian.
yeah, and so is
Hey.
And a Nick.
oh hey
Hello.
yeah.
I like to go grocery shopping. I like when it first starts. There's only like 2 or 3 people running around.
Oh, you go early.
I go real early. Yeah.
I know. But what
Yeah,
am
I like early.
Am I so unimportant?
Yeah, don't you hate that? Like they think, don't I? Don't I? What am I? I'm not standing over here. Just
Yeah.
you know.
Mhm.
I'll go ahead of you because
Well,
you're
was it a situation where he had like one item and you had more, and he thought he could just go because he only has one?
I had 3 big items
Mhm.
and he had one.
And it's Steve. Hey, what's up, Steve?
It's
Mr.
Schnee.
Schnee.
Yo, how's everybody doing?
What's going on,
Good.
man?
You're good. Thursday night.
Yeah, it's Star Wars Day, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
is
For
it?
me.
Okay.
May the force be with you.
No,
I gotta
that's
be
fine.
the old thorn.
Oh no, I I posted on my page a picture of Ed McMahon, and I said Happy Star Search Day.
Oh, that's I'll take that.
Oh, I
I'll
remember
take-
that show. Yeah. Mhm.
Hmm. I barely remember Star Search.
Well, it was on real late at night, so you know.
Well,
What?
here in California, it was always on. It was on like Channel 5 or something like that, or
Mhm.
one of those channels, and it was always on like at 7 or maybe Saturday nights at 6 or something. I mean, it certainly wasn't the monster that American Idol and stuff became.
No, never.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, see, in Oklahoma, it was on like 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So
Well, it was syndicated, so it was on.
yeah, it was on
Well,
wherever.
That's because Oklahoma was out in the boondocks.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, don't remind me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's in the back of
And-
my head. I
yeah.
gotta go there.
In Detroit, it was like Saturday nights at 6. Or
Well,
something.
okay. Hmm.
It was
Joe, why are
early.
you going to Oklahoma?
I gotta go for my niece's wedding. Jeez.
It'll
In
be
November.
fun adventure. You're gonna love it.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, getting on
Go
that
to an
plane.
airport and all the airplane and all that stuff.
Yeah, all of a
these
sudden
days.
it's a twister. It's a twist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'll bring a twister there.
Yeah. Or a nice storm, or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, we have.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Oh, Henry asked me that silly question last time.
Oh,
He said, "Yes. Oh, I remember you. You're that butthole that I saw." No, absolutely no.
I saw this, Joe, like about 2 days before you went to the chiller. I saw this interview with Dreyfus,
Hmm.
and it was fairly recent. I think maybe it was in the last few weeks to months or whatever. And it, I don't know if he's got back problems or whatever, but he's just like sitting back in his chair and as if he could care less about doing the interview. But it looked like maybe he was resting on a pillow or something. Um,
No, that
Sometimes
just
he
sounds
seems
like
like a
Dreyfus,
crank.
really. Is. I don't want to be.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I've seen ones where he's sliding off the couch or something, and I saw ones where he's up like in your face in front like this. I don't know. At the show, he was sitting up pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. Yeah, there was one where he was crying about meeting Robert Shaw's
Oh yeah, I
daughter
saw
or
that.
grandson or whatever.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
was pretty. That was
Well, at
he was
least New
touched by
Orleans
that.
will be
Oh, New
warm.
Orleans is fun.
Beetle
Yeah.
Babe, are you coming up? Tell us
Yeah, you're
in
going to
here
come
on
up,
in person.
join us, Beetle Babe. We have 2 places. You can be one of those.
Yeah, I think I mentioned either, or I think I mentioned on Doc Stream um, Sunday. I think you guys had brought up Robert Shaw, or somebody brought up Robert Shaw, or
Mhm.
maybe it wasn't even any of your stream. Maybe it was just a random stream. No, but
Mhm.
No, I'm sure
I
that was,
actually
that's the,
I worked
the Jaws thing.
Yeah.
I worked at a chain store, a music chain store called Licorice Pizza,
Mhm.
and this is Orange County. And there's this guy who used to come in, and he worked at MCA. Super nice guy, and every week he'd come in, and we'd be talking about music stuff on his label,
Mhm.
stuff on other labels, and we'd be just shooting the shit. And what ironically, I just mentioned Star Search a little while ago. He was telling me a story about Sam Harris, who had won the first Star Search. But anyway, we would talk, and then after a year or two, he told me he was leaving the company, whatever. We say goodbye. I didn't find out till much later that was Robert Shaw's son.
Huh.
Oh. Mhm.
Oh,
That's
He
something.
never brought it up,
they
and
didn't want to be besieged by autograph seekers.
Mhm.
either that or all of a sudden, people start liking you because your dad was in Jaws or your dad was.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I mean, by this time, Robert Shaw had passed away. This is
Yeah.
probably 84.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
So interesting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But super nice guy. His name was, I think, maybe Charlie. Now I don't even remember his name.
Okay.
Or Charles.
Mhm.
I could be totally wrong because all of a sudden I realized right as we're talking, and he was really funny, really sarcastic, British sense of humor. Um, but yeah, but then again, I never told him about my parents too, and everybody seems to know my parents. No, actually, that's just me and my siblings actually know my parents. So I mean,
I
to
don't know.
him, what's the point of bringing it up? Like, oh yeah, I really like the Jam. Hey, by the way, my dad was in Jaws.
That never came
Well,
up.
they should go to the conventions as Robert Shaw Jr. and make a mint. Because
Yes.
I
Yeah.
remember they had Guy Williams Jr. at one of these shows.
Mhm.
Oh lordy.
And was
Yeah.
Guy Williams Jr. besieged by admirers?
Oh no, I don't even think Guy Williams himself would have been.
No.
I mean,
But
don't get me wrong.
that's-
I like Guy Williams.
Mhm. Yeah, because like I hear Boris Karloff's daughter,
Oh
Sarah
yeah,
Karloff went,
Mhm.
and
yeah. There was a few
yeah,
shows where you had
people
Bela
like that.
Lugosi Jr.
Oh
and you
yeah,
had
yeah.
Sarah Karloff and
Mhm.
Ron Chaney instead of
Yeah.
Lon. You had the
Grandson.
grandson.
Look how
Yeah.
famous Curly's grandson is.
Yeah,
I was
Curly's
just going to
I
say,
grandson.
know.
yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
When
Curly's
is he going to
grandson.
be at the show? Why isn't he at any of the conventions?
It could be.
I think that's where he met that other fella at a
I
convention.
thought I thought it was kind of odd, and I'll tell you the specific reason that Joe was so dismissive of that Keith Thibodeau or whatever, the guy who played Little Ricky.
Oh yeah, no. Well, go ahead.
But no, I mean the reason is because like he's the only surviving cast member from that show.
No,
I
no.
know
I
he-
made it. I was making a joke out of it. I shouldn't have done it because if I had enough moolah
uh-huh.
to get
Yeah.
everybody instead of just people who I considered were priority for me.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have somebody who was in I Love Lucy.
I mean that's weird to think. I mean didn't the only surviving member of Gone with the Wind recently pass away? The little girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I did not see that one.
I know Olivia de Havilland just passed away a few years ago.
Yeah, she was like
She was
100 or
close to-
something.
Yeah. Mhm.
Holly likes Robert Shaw.
Yeah, and also I think Robert Shaw died young. He was like in his 50s.
Yeah, well,
he passed away like 78 or something.
Yeah, he was
Mhm.
very, very young.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Mhm.
I remember my dad took me to see Swashbuckler,
Oh yeah.
which was
yeah.
I think that might have been Robert Shaw's next movie after Jaws.
Mhm.
And I think it was him and maybe James Earl Jones or whatever, and they played pirates. I don't remember much about the
Yeah.
movie except Robert Shaw, I think, had a red shirt.
I do remember about it. I didn't see it, but I remember that being advertised. And then he did a movie called The Deep.
Oh
Which
yeah.
is like,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it was probably 1978 or 79.
78,
Or something.
79. I think so.
I heard that he, if I read right, that he was driving and
Yeah.
he had heart trouble.
Had a heart
He went
attack.
over to the side of the road.
Mhm.
He got out and died on the road.
Yeah. What a shame.
Can anybody do the what imitation?
Oh, I could do that. Yeah, but these days I don't know. Are you allowed to do it? I don't know. A what?
Very good.
Tiger shark. A
Yeah.
what?
Joe is a very good actor.
And then right after that, then he's all like, "Hey, I'm gonna stick your freaking head in there, man. Find out if it's a man eater, okay?" Right after that, he gets tough. First, he does a what?
Turn it off.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, James Byers.
The fourth is not with me. And tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo. I don't say Mayo.
Yeah.
I say Cinco de Mayo.
The Mayo. Mhm.
Well, see, you can celebrate tomorrow. How are you going to spend Cinco de Mayo?
Oh, probably just hanging around the house. I don't know about tomorrow.
A mayo sandwich.
No, not any. No, I'm back on the wagon again with that stuff. So.
Oh, yeah. See, one of them sandwiches and have extra mayo put on it.
Maybe I'll curl up a little piece of turkey or something, sliced turkey or something, put a little mayo on it.
Yeah.
Jack
Oh yeah,
Gillen.
Jack
Oh,
and
yeah.
Bissett. Yeah.
And
I don't even remember her. I just remember her shirt.
yeah, Nick
And
Nolte was her
wet
husband.
shirt.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's kind of wet, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, and it really
She
wasn't
was
that
all
kind of
right.
movie. It was about drugs and everything. So.
Oh.
Did you get a
Yeah,
deal
never
on the
saw it.
two-leg shirt?
Yes, I did actually.
Okay.
I got a good deal on it, but I won't say what it was. No, I should be. Only worn mine a couple of times since I got it. I should really wear it. It's a good neutral black shirt. I like, obviously I like black shirts. For it's my style.
I prefer black shirts. There is they're working on the ski lodge shirt, and I prefer whenever I wear a white T-shirt. I mean, the design that Robert P. came up with looks fantastic on a white T-shirt. The problem is I could be Joe or Jeff or Doc could right now pick up a hot dog with ketchup on it,
No,
take a bite
same
of
with
it,
me.
and then it'll end up on my shirt.
Yeah.
No, well,
It never
Absolutely.
happens with any other color. Never.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
it
black.
wouldn't last me a day. And
Yeah.
if we go out to eat or something, I mean, I wear shirts like rock shirts or things like this, and if
Yeah.
you spill anything on it, you just take the water, and it comes right off these
Yeah,
print
exactly.
shirts.
Exactly.
And black, you can't really see it.
Was
Yes,
it
Robert Shaw was
yeah.
in.
From Russia with Love.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
from Russia
second
with
one. Yeah.
Hmm. See, black shirts make you look thinner.
Gee, I never thought of that.
Okay.
But
I
the
don't think
thing-
that my Neil Diamond shirt makes me look thinner.
But black is such a color that everybody loves, yet everybody goes jogging at night in black.
Yeah.
Is it? Mm. Oh, just a second. We have a new joiner.
Okay.
Hey, Brad!
It's
It's
Brad.
Beatle Brad. I can't
Hey,
believe
Brad.
that.
Hello, I'm the new joiner.
Oh my God, Beatle
Yeah.
Brad,
look,
Beatle
he's very
Brad.
He's here.
What's up, Beetle Brad?
Hey, how you doing? Good to
It's
see
an
you.
honor, an absolute honor.
It is.
It's an honor for me too to be with you guys.
Oh
Yeah,
my God,
thank
I'm going to
you.
meet Beetle Brad.
Yes.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing? Yeah, I don't know if I want to
pretty
jog at
good.
night or even during the daytime.
Ooh.
You mean when the sun's up?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I don't think you leave your coffin until the sun's up, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Thought I gave you $5 not to tell.
Well, I don't know. Not the way he snores.
Yeah, really.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a funny story.
Yeah, the book will be coming out next month. So, I'll be
Beep,
on
beep,
the
beep, beep,
Funny
beep, beep,
American
beep, beep, beep,
Today
beep.
Show.
It was dark in the room. I was like that, and it only happened for like 10 seconds. Like, grab the camera, get a load of this.
Now that's a video,
That's a video.
as Doc and I would say.
How about you said you didn't sleep very much that weekend?
No.
Well,
no,
no.
we're going to see Joe Mayo.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Joe's going to be at the fest.
No, we have these expensive hotel rooms, and I don't know, maybe spent 6 hours in them max.
It's incredible, isn't it?
At the most, yeah.
Crazy hotel prices.
We should have. So somebody come in a van or something like that. Let's all sleep in a van. It would be work just well.
Maybe we get Steven to bring one.
To bring what?
A van
What?
to sleep in.
No.
Robert Pete's got a camper. He could. Oh well.
Yeah, we could all get Steven and drag him into the Beatle jail.
Yeah, you see, as I always say, Beatles are my favorite band of all time. Nobody can touch them.
But you can't deal with them all the time.
They set the bar. No. Why should I talk about them when Beatle Brad
everybody
does
else
a
is
good job?
talking about 'em.
Joe Mayo does a good job. Matthew Street does a good job. Marvin does a good job.
Seems like Matthew Street's trying to get himself away from the Beatles a bit. I was watching a video, and he said, "Yeah, he's done a new Beatles video, but he's gets away from. I'm tired of them. I'll be honest with you. but
Look.
Tim Allen.
Allen.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, Tim.
Hey, Tim, how are you doing?
Oh, you beat Beetle Babe by about 20 seconds.
Oh,
Well, how long
guess
will
what?
somebody leave eventually?
I'm out of here.
Oh no! Now he's
Yes.
chased him away. Get out of here!
My internet's terrible, so I should
No, I'm out.
probably go anyway.
I thought your internet was. Oh, he just left.
Steven,
Well,
no.
Hi, Steven.
Hey, no, we could have Beetle Brad and Beetle Babe up here in the same.
Oh, right next to each other.
Oh.
He hates me. Every time I come on, Schnee just leaves.
It's because of you that he left.
I was going to jump to
Tim Allen.
Yeah, I know, every
his
time
madness stuff.
Tim Allen, the man in the hat.
Yeah. Over this way. That's it. This way.
There you go. Yeah. What hat do we have today? Is that anything to do with?
Well, then come back up.
Yeah. Beetle Babe didn't get a spot put up for me.
Oh, Steven, you should have stayed on. I wanted to ask you about your madness.
Oh,
Yeah.
he might still be listening though.
Yeah, I hope he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I watched his video on Madness. Steven and I are probably the only Madness fans. Well, Tim kind of likes him.
I got the Our House single. I'm done.
Gosh, what a wimp.
Yeah,
Our House 45.
1983. I was like, all right, I like that. I'll buy
I
that.
still think they sound kind of like Danny Elfman myself.
But my favorite Madness song is actually on the B side of that 45, though.
Oh yeah.
Cardiac Arrest. I love Cardiac Arrest.
Okay.
Oh, I never want to have that.
I mean, walk him to the House of Fun. I mean, that was a great
Welcome
class.
to the House of Fun.
Oh, he's got one.
Madness, one step beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. There's the sign.
Oh,
I'll answer any questions about Madness before Beetle Babe comes on.
Okay.
okay.
Now
Beetle Brad, you got your chance to talk to Schnee.
Yes.
Yeah. No, great video. I enjoyed your
Yeah.
Madness video.
Enjoyed
Oh, we switched.
Oh, I was going to put you guys together.
Tim was in the lucky square.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. We can.
No, you don't have the versions with the bonus tracks, like the 2 CD versions?
No. I have to start looking for those CDs because I usually went all vinyl, so that's why I was all in the
Right. We're talking it has all the B-sides. If there was an extended mix of something, it has radio sessions. Now, the first 3 albums, One Step Beyond, Absolutely, and 7, have all come out domestically. So has Danger Man, and all those have bonus tracks. You could probably find the import ones, maybe for a little bit cheaper used on Discogs.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I have two different versions of each of those three, and it's like one of them is like the original one, and it has one set of liner notes. The domestic one has a better set of liner notes, but let me show you something here, Brad, that you might want to be.
You better take
That's
note.
what happens.
Beetle Babe, I don't think all the males here would agree with you.
What'd she say?
That Schnee is more interesting than Jen.
No, no. I'm sure that I'll leave again. Tim,
No, you will
No, stay.
continue to talk and talk about your story.
About the madness stuff, yeah.
You go when we
Well-
say you can go. Don't
Yeah.
well, let me grab something. Let me grab something that might encourage you to buy the import ones. Okay, so hold on
Okay.
just a second, Brad.
Yeah, yeah. Well, since he's gone, let me go. Grab back.
Yeah.
Don't go away.
Remember, kids, madness.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna leave too.
Yeah, everybody get your madness out.
And that's the one that has our house on it, no?
Oh,
That's the
so,
45 sleeve.
Yeah.
Was
I
it,
don't have any madness. I had to get some
Calvin
madness.
says he hates our house.
Mm.
Ooh.
That's
Oh.
okay. Who cares? I don't. It's not great either, by the way. It's very awkward and clunky. But that chorus is pretty catchy.
Good old madness, though. I mean, they were even so good that they even played at the Queen's Jubilee.
Mm.
I like them a lot.
Yeah.
I pretty much have got it. Well, I've got all of their albums on vinyl. I mean, I didn't get the CDs too much. I've got a few CDs here and there, but I've gone for the imported stuff. But I'll put up a Madness video, and it's like 6 people.
Yeah,
Why don't you do the Spice Girls? You'd get more views that way.
Yeah,
I like them better than Madness.
Do the Spice Girls. A friend of mine went to go see the Spice Girls back in the 80s, and golly, he was like old enough to be everybody's dad there. I mean, it was
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
embarrassing. It's like, the jail truck was here,
Oh my gosh, look at the stack.
Oh,
Mm.
Stack of madness.
Stephen brought a snack for all of us.
You got a
yeah.
stack of Madness there?
Okay,
Please
Brad.
No, you're good. I appreciate you talking about him. That's all right. Yeah.
Okay, here's the albums. This is One Step Beyond. It's basically every album from One Step Beyond to Wonderful. Okay, except one. And if you notice, okay, these are the import ones that came out on Salvo. The domestic ones have the same exact bonus tracks. These actually have videos. Like the you can pull up the videos from the discs.
Like House
But
of
the-
Slime and stuff.
But the spines spell madness.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Isn't that
but-
something?
The problem is they had
spell
planned. Okay, it spells madness, exclamation point. The problem is one of the albums they couldn't get the licensing, so it never came out. So it's actually madness with just one S,
Hmm.
and they never put out that 6th or 7th volume.
Wow.
So if they had just released this one here with an S, it would be complete. But that one album, which is just called The Madness, which is terrible anyway. So that's the plus about getting these. But the domestic ones have better liner notes. Same bonus tracks, no videos.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
so yeah, I don't. Now it's like I have too many CDs. I'm probably just going to sell the first 3, but I don't know whether to keep the domestic ones with the good liner notes or
Right.
keep the spines. So I'm probably
Right.
just going to keep the spines.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Mhm.
it looks better on the shelf.
Yeah. Well, there's a big madness fan right under you. You probably take them off your hands.
No, okay, I have the first 3 of the domestic ones. I bought them and I never even ripped them. I took the shrink wrap off just to use in the video. I never even took them out of the package. I looked at the liner notes, didn't even read all the liner notes. I go, okay, I'm going to read those later.
Yeah.
And I'll probably get rid of those the first three. But like I said, what you may want to do is go on Discogs, look for the ones on Salvo if you want to collect all these spines, all these incomplete spines.
Wow. Okay.
So will they release all of these eventually in the US? I have no idea. But and then I also have a 35th anniversary version of One Step Beyond, which has different bonus tracks.
Is that the Record Store Day one?
No,
Because there was a UK Record Store Day one I got, which is a picture disc Record Store Day. It was a couple of years back.
yeah. See, I don't buy vinyl, just CDs. So the other CD on Salvo, slightly pulled back album cover. Like the picture of the band is smaller, but it's a whole new set of like demos and unreleased tracks. But this is the one to get, the original one with the M on the spine.
Okay. Did you ever run across this one? This is one of my newest ones that I got.
Yes, I stopped buying the compilations.
This is with the DVD though.
Oh, that's right.
3D DVD. It's a UK edition.
Yeah, you see, and that's good because each of these CDs has the videos. So like on this, it's got My Girl and One Step Beyond and Night But to Cairo. Whatever videos came off of this album.
Yeah.
But that might actually be more complete. And there's even like a 3 CD DVD box set that I don't have. It's too expensive.
I did pick that up. Yeah.
There's a CD singles box set with like 10 or 11 CD singles, like their first 10 or 11 singles in CD format. Look at everyone's so enthused about Matt.
I know.
Madness Brad.
Yeah, we're losing viewers as we speak.
Yeah, exactly.
Tim's eyes are rolling back into his head, and Joe's passed out and drinking, and
Yeah, I know.
Tim, did you have any madness on vinyl?
Apparently doesn't inspire madness.
Tim, do you have madness on vinyl?
I think I have a greatest hits and I have a single or two. I don't have a lot.
Okay. But it's funny what you said on my video about you thought that Squeeze was like the most British band or British sounding band you ever heard.
Yeah. And then Madness comes on.
Yeah.
No,
Ian Dory and the Blockheads.
Yeah, Ian Dury, very British. The Jam, very British sounding.
I know something. I just happened to hear that song. What's that one about sex, drugs, and rock and roll?
Yeah.
I heard
Which
that
is a
in the
great
record
song.
store today. I'm like, what the hell is this? And I'm like, because I'd heard that before. I'd heard that one before.
yeah,
British and the Sex Pistols?
He sounded like Ray singing.
yeah, really.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
they're starting to remaster the vinyl in 180 gram. I've picked up a few of those, but those are so frightfully expensive because they're all UK imports, and they're horrible.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, that's what I'm wondering if BMG's putting out these, because BMG's going hog wild with reissues, which is fantastic. CD reissues, because they did 4 Madness already. They did the 3 CD Flock of Seagulls, the first album. And I think they did, or they keep putting out stuff. I mean, stuff that I'm not particularly interested in, but they're doing this thing that like Cherry Red and stuff was doing before. So like, Cherry Red put out the first Flock of Seagulls album with like 5 bonus tracks, whatever. This 3 CD set has those 5 bonus tracks plus like another 10 bonus tracks and a bunch of radio sessions.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't know if anyone's into Flock of Seagulls, but
I like 2 songs by them.
yeah,
Space Age Love Song and Iran, and it might have been a third one I like.
maybe Wishing.
Yeah.
I tried to style my hair like that fellow, but it
Didn't
just
come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, they're from Liverpool.
Yeah.
Liverpool.
I didn't know that.
Do you know Stripey Rambles?
What was that?
Do you know Stripey Rambles? He's a guy who's got a channel over in England.
Yeah.
And
No.
he's a big Madness fan also. And he sent me these a little while back because he knew I was about the only Madness fan. And when he went to the concert, he picked those up.
Awesome.
Here we go.
Oh.
Ooh,
I used to have a bunch of original Madness buttons back from 79, 80, 81.
Oh, wow.
And I went to, and I'll make this quick because I know everybody wants Beatle Babe to come up.
Gonna talk about Beatles.
Me, my brother, and our friend Rick. And our friend, did Vic go? Anyway, so we went up to the Roxy Theater. And we were going to see Robert Gordon. I think Tim might be the only person familiar with Robert Gordon.
Yeah, I love Robert Gordon.
Yeah. So we went to see him, and this is when Chris Spedding was with him. So this was May of 81.
Yeah. At the height of them.
Yeah. So we're standing in line, and my friend Rick goes, "Hey, that guy looks like Suggs, who was the lead singer of Madness."
Yeah.
Turn around, and it was Suggs. And all of a sudden, I see him walk up front, and he's standing there with 5 of the other members of Madness. So I freak out, of course. So I go up and I start talking with them, and they're all just like surprised that anybody would recognize them. And this is May of 81. And
it really was Suggs, huh? Really?
Yeah. And the rest of them.
There was Suggs.
Wow.
And so what we did is we went to, or I started talking to Lee, the sax player. And we're talking, and he asked me, he goes, "Are you coming to the show on Sunday?" Which is 2 days away. And I couldn't get tickets. It sold out. I said, "No, it's sold out." He goes, "Steve +1." I said, "What?" He goes, "Steve +1." And basically, he put me on the guest list.
Oh, my gosh.
So we drove all the way to Reseda, which is kind of far. And I was on the guest list, and he saw me. He came out and talked, whatever. So I actually saw Madness in May of 1981.
Wow!
And I bought a shirt that my parents had no problem with. I just couldn't wear it to school, and it just said "Fuck art, let's dance." and it was a Madness shirt, obviously.
Yeah, but you're going to do the one where one of the song titles is "Shut Up and Dance."
Yes. So yeah, it's still one of the great British bands of all time, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
But, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for me to leave because I'm going to make room for the original, the undeniable, the absolutely awesome Beatle Babe.
Yeah, except the Beatle Babe isn't in the wings right now. So
Tim,
she does.
Tim,
thanks, Stephen. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Brad. Tim,
thanks for. I didn't know I learned something new. The name of this lead singer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's great.
Well,
yes.
Hey,
Steve
Brad.
has to hang around for a while because we're going to talk about Aerosmith.
Yeah. Let's talk about Aerosmith. You know what, Brad? Joe is obviously very interested. So it's Suggs' lead vocals. Chaz Smash, Cathal Smith, is the second vocalist. Chris Foreman, also known as Chrissy Boy, is the guitar player. Mark Bedford, also known as Betters, is the bass player. Daniel Woody Woodgate is the drummer.
Woody Woodgate.
Yeah. Mike Marson, also known as Monsieur Barceau, is the keyboard player. And El Kixo Saxo, El Tomo, Lee Thompson is the sax player.
Good job. Wow, look at that. You're ready for Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Wow, that's probably the most time they've got on the internet in the last 10 years.
And I can't believe this stream has been up for how long, and nobody has mentioned the name Engelbert Humperdinck. So I thought that I would do that right now.
Wow.
Now Engelbert, I like.
And there's 2 words I want to say before we leave, or before I leave, and that's Partridge Family.
Oh yeah.
Oh, didn't have it. Don't have it. Yeah, ready.
Awesome.
I was so in a hurry.
No.
Just real quick, since you mentioned Engelbert Humperdinck, I saw him in concert and went backstage and met him.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did he beat the crap out of your brother too?
I was going to say he didn't try to punch you out, did he?
No, he was actually real decent. He was just like, hey, come on in, have a seat. And we sat and
Kiss
talked.
me, Brad, kiss me.
What a guy, man! He's what a nice guy to do that.
He was a nice guy. We just sat and talked with him for quite a while, and he gave us a couple bottled waters as roadie and all that kind of stuff. We just sat there and talked with him. My brother was with me because that's the only way I got backstage was with my brother.
Mm-hmm.
But he was just like, hey, if I'm not busy Saturday, come over to the house for a barbecue. That kind of guy.
Mhm.
Yeah, when I interviewed Jimmy Webb on the phone, he actually invited me out to his ranch for a July 4th thing that he throws every year. But I never. Gilbert O'Sullivan invited me to Vegas to spend New Year's Eve with his family.
Yeah, that's cool.
And all this kind of stuff. But I think they say it just to be nice. So I never take them up on it.
They don't really want you to come.
If these guys give you a call, make sure you call me, Stephen.
Yeah, actually,
If Suggs gives you a call.
Like I said, Steve +1. You would have been my +1 if I had,
Oh.
Yeah. So,
if it's
anyway,
only
folks,
noon, then
everybody have a great evening. This time I will leave, and I will leave for good because everybody's
funny the way you talked. I'll leave for good.
Everybody. Well, no, I'm not coming back to talk about Madness again. But everyone's just jonesing for Beatle Babe.
Keep your comments coming, though. We'll want to talk to you.
There's nobody in the back room, Steve.
There's nobody in the back room.
Nobody
She's giving up.
Or something.
Beatle Babe.
Nice going.
Yeah, I know.
If you go, I've got an open spot for nobody.
For whomever.
Yeah, well,
unless somebody shows up down in that little corner there.
I'll stay on because Tim and I have been practicing this duet. We trade off vocals. I sing the verses and he sings the chorus of "Love Will Keep Us Together" by Captain and Tennille.
That's what I've got for now.
No, we've been rehearsing this. Okay, Tim, you want me to start the verses, or did you want to do the verses? No.
I don't call this just in time for this.
It's my turn to leave.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Come on, Tim. Love. Oh, Tim. He's so shy sometimes.
I was going to hope you guys going to do "Welcome to the House of Fun" or something like that.
Oh wow! No. Viewers just shot up after that announcement.
This part.
Okay. Well, you two have the most distinctive radio voices in all of the internet. So
yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Aloha.
You see, the reason I may have a quote unquote distinctive voice is because I edit all my videos. Because in a lot of my videos, I'm going, and this is Paul Humphreys from OMD, and
but you have a distinctive voice even when you're not going.
Yeah, well,
yeah, you do.
I always have to. I think I'm much more tolerable when I edit out my ums and ahs and ers and
I keep my mistakes in just to see if people are listening.
You don't make mistakes, Brad.
Well,
today you did say that
the Hollywood Bowl
concert took place in 1974 and 1975. That wasn't a mistake.
No,
I started laughing almost. I just
did.
I tried to do it with a straight face. I just was about to lose it, and I thought, well, that'd be a good outtake for Doc Dacus's outtakes and stuff. I
lost my outtakes on the weekend.
I shot some rare stuff in there. So thanks for watching, Doc and Tim. And where was Joe in that one? Come on.
Which video is this?
Just put it up about the Beatles and collectibles of Hollywood Bowl.
No, I didn't get to that one. I did see it.
Every one of your
usually
videos?
Post in the morning, right? Early in the AM.
Yeah. Very rare stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I honestly never knew that Hollywood Bowl was released anywhere on CD before
Yeah,
This recent one. I
With-
never
with
knew that.
DVDs.
that's pretty neat. Well, then I showed this the
I knew that.
stand up.
Mhm.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah, the
It's
stand
not
up.
empty anymore.
I saw the Beatles at the Hollywood Bowl.
Really?
No,
Even
I mean I saw the
you
album.
going.
I saw the documentary. Yeah.
Where's Balding Boomer? He probably did.
Who?
Balding Boomer.
Balding Boomer.
Yeah.
Yes, Baldy Boomer's seen him a couple times, right?
The
Saw the-
Shea Stadium
Mm.
concert. Barbara Bach was in the audience.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know who was in the audience on the Shea Stadium? I don't know if it was the 65 show or the 66
Don't say
show.
Meryl Streep. Please don't say
Yeah.
Meryl Streep.
Yeah,
That girl that looks a
Mhm.
lot like Meryl Streep. Did
It
she
isn't
confirm
Meryl?
that it's her?
I thought she did.
I'm not
I thought
sure.
she-
Was it Meryl Streep?
Yeah, I thought she confirmed.
No,
that it
I've
was
seen
her.
it. I saw her talk about it. She was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, did she say that
she wrote-
photo was her?
It's her. She's talked about it.
She said that photo is me. She said she said I was at Shea in 66.
It's not just a
I don't-
photo. There's a
I
little
can't
clip.
guarantee that photo is her, but she's talked about seeing the Beatles.
There's a
Yeah,
little
I believe
clip
that. I
of
just
her
don't,
moving.
you know.
It's not just
Is
a photo.
there?
Yeah.
Here's another trivia one for you. In 1964, Charlie Chaplin went to go see him.
Ooh.
Oh, really? Mhm.
He was there. He even invited him
1965.
back to his house.
1965. My aunt went and saw him in San Diego,
Oh wow, wow, really?
and my uncle saw Elvis in Oregon in 1957.
Oh man,
Oh. Mhm.
that would have been neat. I had a chance to see Elvis in Indianapolis in '77, but my parents wouldn't let me go because it was a school night, and I lived in Indianapolis at the time,
Wow.
and that was his last concert, as everybody knows.
I know. And you had to get up for kindergarten the next morning.
That's right, I did. I had a rough day of playing, getting in the
Yeah.
play.
That's the one. That's the one. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver was at the
That's
Hollywood.
true.
Yeah, I
Oh, she
was
was.
Barbara
Okay.
Phil. Like, no, that's not right.
We
No,
have to get Joe back on the Elvis bandwagon. Joe, come on, hop back.
Yeah,
on.
man, that really sunk. What the hell happened? I didn't
Well-
buy the Burning Love thing because they said it was the same stuff that's on the CD box set.
Yeah, on tour.
So I'm like, nah. Well, wait, I'm not a completist or anything with
It's
Elvis.
still
So.
kind of fun to have on vinyl.
Ooh. Beetle Babe says so was Linda at the Hollywood Bowl show.
Hey, Beetle Babe, are you ready to come back? Oh yeah.
Loving you.
Loving
Yeah.
you.
Is that an
What?
FTD release?
No, it's a Beetle Brad release on
Oh.
black vinyl.
Oh,
Ah,
wow. Stunning. Yes.
I love black vinyl.
On
Good old
both
black
sides.
vinyl.
Wow.
Elvis Presley from the frozen food section.
Mhm.
Direct from the front cashier at Wawa.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Wawa.
Wawa. That's an inside joke. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Go back, you'll see some Wawa stuff.
Yes, Wawa.
Let me show Stephen this real quick because I showed this last time, but Stephen didn't get to see it. This is kind of neat, Stephen. This is really rare. This is Wildlife, Paul
You have
McCartney.
to have a better look at that.
oh, that's the that's like the pirate copy.
Yeah, kind of neat from Mexico.
Ooh. And you
I've
can
never
color
seen that. I didn't see that anywhere.
You didn't see that? Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Hmm.
I don't think this one's colored. I try to get some of the colored ones if I can, but I don't think this one is.
Yeah, back when we were kids, early 70s, we would go to swap meets. Usually here in Southern California, they were held in drive-in theater.
Yeah.
During the Saturday and Sunday morning, they'd turn the drive-in theater into a swap meet. People would drive in and lay out their wares.
Oh,
And
wow.
That's where they used to sell pirate copies of albums, and pirate copies were not bootlegs. They were, some company would print off these copies, so they'd be selling them for like $1 or $2 or something.
Mhm.
And I remember my parents bought Don McLean American Pie, and it had just like a hand colored or hand painted cover.
Oh, wow. That's neat.
Which is similar to that Wildlife, but it didn't have the color background. It was more of a white background, but it was just a pirate copy of the album. you don't see pirate copies.
Yeah.
I never see them turn up in record stores these days, and I find those just really fascinating.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they really
know.
are.
Ooh, Wes
Well-
is going to see Frankie Valley tonight.
Yeah.
In the
I
late
still haven't
70s,
seen
you could
it.
have
Yeah.
just gone Sam
Yeah,
Goody.
not letting midnight.
While Schnee is still here,
Tons of pirate records.
I have a CD kind of question that I want to see if between everybody here and Steven also.
Mhm.
Now, anybody ever see the Rolling Stones? Some of the CDs by it says Virgin on the side.
Mhm.
His Virgin store put out a bunch. I was noticing that they came out basically in those sleeves that Doc and I don't like, those cardboard digipacks.
Mhm.
But they're in plastic jewel cases. It's like an open side,
Mhm. Mhm.
and they slide the cardboard sleeves in
Mhm.
to it, and you can display it as a jewel case. When you want to hear it, you just pull out the cardboard.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if that's like a standard thing. I don't think it is that they offer, like in other words, jewel cases that aren't like jewel cases
Mm-hmm.
like this, but they're just solid around except for the opening, and you could slide them in.
That was
I've ever seen
something
it.
I think that came out and failed.
Yeah, the Stones came out. They came out domestically that way for a little
Yeah.
bit,
Yeah,
for like a year
yeah.
or two. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got one of
Yeah.
them. Mhm.
But
I
the
might
ones
have to buy all those Stones, all the versions of the Stones, just to get rid of the Stones records and have some blanks to put other things in.
The one
Right,
Joe's
right.
talking about, they made a really good one of that. You know, that's an unofficial or whatever you want to call, and it's the early work stuff, which I've got, and it's all in true stereo,
Oh,
and it's a CD, and it's Stones in Stereo, I think is the title of it. I don't know,
Mhm.
Joe, if that is in the store that Joe has, your store you're talking about, or not. If he has that one, that's awesome. I mean, that's unbelievable. I mean, it's like Painted Black is in stereo and all kinds of real early stuff, and it's fantastic. I mean, I can go get it if you want to see it.
yeah, I do like the Stones. It's too bad that I mean, I was joking around when I said I'll just throw the Stones discs out and put other things in. No, that's not. But it'd be nice if they had those offered that I could take, like one of these digipack things.
Yeah, I like their earlier stuff.
Well, that's not a digipack. That's a like a slip sleeve or a slip cover.
Slip sleeve, cardboard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a wasted.
But it's
No, it's a wasted sleeve.
Mhm.
Well,
don't put
the
a price sticker on it.
I'm sure some of you have they tried a bunch of different things with CD cases over the years. Like there's the one CD case. I mean, I don't have one, but I'm going to use this as an example, where it has like a little, it's like you can't open it until you move the little thing here. You slide the thing and then it opens.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah,
yes.
Are any of you familiar with that? And do you guys remember the dog bones that they would put on the CDs? Those were those little
Yeah, you
silver
had the-
things
Mhm.
where
Oh yeah,
yeah,
those
And-
are horrible.
yeah. No, those that never, ever, ever came off. No matter what you did. Those.
yes, exactly.
Then you break them off, and then they did come off all the time. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the unofficial name, or it could have been official actually, it was called dog bone, because if you actually looked at the thing, it actually looked like a dog bone. It was like rounded edges and then thin in the middle.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it looked like the cartoon dog bones.
I probably threw them out if I got one. Just put it in a regular jewel case.
When I first saw them, I almost thought it was like one of those security things, like in the stores,
They probably are for security, no?
It is sort of for security. It's not magnetized or anything like that, but they used them to, so it wasn't that easy to just plop open the CD case and take a CD. Oh my God, my CD's out.
Yeah. You couldn't rewrap a CD that had one of those on and then say, "Oh, it's new," because the dog bone clearly has been clipped or whatever.
Right.
I bet Eaglebert Humperdinck didn't do that to his CD.
Stinklebert Humperdinck.
People wouldn't go for that sort of thing.
Or it's like Wayne Newton. Elvis Presley couldn't stand Wayne Newton. He always called him Fig Newton.
Yeah.
He always
Well,
called him-
I never got Wayne Newton. I'll tell you the
Yeah.
truth.
Wayne Newton, is an entertainer.
Yeah.
a very unique voice, not a voice that, I mean, when Tim sings, sometimes when we were harmonizing on Love Will Keep Us Together, he goes in that Wayne Newton range.
Tim, you're keeping us in suspenders. We got to hear this.
No, but Wayne, like he just had a unique voice, but I'm not particularly fond of it. But hey, Joe.
What?
Can you keep it down?
What?
That's loud.
Really? Is it?
Yeah.
The mic is up here.
I know, but we can hear. No. I'm kidding.
So it sounds
Sure
like
you
you
are.
gave a box of Good and Plenty or something.
Oh, you found him. Yeah.
What are you unwrapping?
Yeah. Smelling a Sharpie marker. No, I was looking for
enough for all of us.
Never mind. I was looking for something. I couldn't find it.
Yeah, it sounded like you were unwrapping something.
It did. Yeah, a box of crackers.
What can I say, Jose?
Well, Doc, now that we've lost everybody by talking about Engelbert Humperdinck and Madness, this is really...
No, we actually got more for Engelbert than Madness.
That's good.
Oh,
Doc
that
will be
makes
signing
sense.
off here in a half hour.
Well, I know how to kill a stream. I know how to kill a stream.
I have to wait till Doc gets back to say goodbye.
Yeah.
Okay, I am leaving now. I have to make dinner and got some editing.
Oh, just
to do.
run to get something. Wait a minute.
No. Okay, I'll wait. Okay.
Wait a minute. This is the way to kill a stream.
Well, why would you kill a stream with Sinatra? Sinatra won't kill a stream.
Nobody's here to talk about Sinatra.
I'll talk about Sinatra. He's my favorite.
Careful,
or my dad's favorite.
because Robert Peel come up and talk about him.
That's right. Robert will be loving that one.
I don't. I must be getting old if I'm starting to buy Sinatra. So,
You are
Run,
old.
Doc.
Sinatra, I think, is the best crooner. I think the most unique crooner who I prefer over
don't agree.
Sinatra is Dean Martin.
So do I.
But my favorite is Andy Williams.
So my girlfriend's too. Andy Williams is our favorite.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm nerdy enough to own every album that he officially released, apart from the Branson stuff. But every album he released on Columbia and Cadence and Atlantic, I have everything on CD.
Andy Williams, wow.
Yeah, because Andy Williams will really bring the numbers down.
I can't
Yeah,
see
exactly.
an Andy Williams CD on the thrift store racks, but I do see lots of Frank Sinatra though. So.
Okay, if you buy anything Andy Williams, make sure it says licensed from Sony or CBS or whatever. Don't buy anything on any of the Branson, Laser Light, things like that, because that's all re-recordings or live.
I hate when that happens.
But one thing I want to...
Who's put out his early stuff that was on Cadence, Stephen?
A couple different labels. The most recent was Edsel. They put out a box set featuring all of his Cadence albums in one set.
That's Henry Ford's son. Edsel. It was. That's where it was named after. Actually, Edsel was named after his son.
But Tim, there were versions that came out on like Ace or somebody like that. Not in America. America basically, with a lot of the artists, as you know, America just doesn't pay attention to it.
America puts anything out.
Yeah, you can have Tim Bear Family, such a great label. You've got all of Leslie Gore's Mercury recordings.
Leslie Gore.
Bear Family box set, and which is an incredible box set, amazing from start to finish. Yet you've got 1 or 2 CD sets here in the U.S.
Yeah,
all our albums were available individually on Ace or something in the UK, filled with bonus tracks. Just a 1 or 2 CD set here in the U.S.
Well,
it's just
you think about it. All of these, new labels that have come out in the last 10 years. I've known all of them aren't new, like Cherry Red's not that new, but that do the great job. None of them are based in America. I mean, none of them. Yeah. They're all, somewhere else. America's all ruled by the big 4 or 3, whatever it is, and there's nobody else doing anything as far as music goes.
I mean, 7A, who's doing all that Monkeys and Nesmith and Dolan's releases and stuff.
And a Peter Tork one too.
Yeah, Peter Tork. That's all UK based.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Peter Tork.
Yeah, 7A put out a EP of his just recent.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I've heard the Peter Tork solo albums. I don't own them anymore.
I've got one of his albums on colored vinyl.
Oh, okay.
Which is one of the newer ones, I think.
Do you have his piano too?
No, that comes next month.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. That collection. That, but
Kimba. Hello.
Hey, Kimba.
Oh.
But yeah, Andy Williams. One thing I wanted to mention is, if you
Just
look at all
one.
the crooners, anyone from Sinatra, Andy Williams, I'm sure Sammy, everyone did a few Beatles covers. You know, they do
Yeah.
Yesterday
Yep.
or something, or whatever. Johnny Mathis did a bunch.
Yeah.
Dean Martin never recorded a Beatles song ever.
Yeah.
Never recorded a Beatles song or solo Lennon or solo McCartney. Nothing.
But
I
he do
never
Rolling
touched
Stones,
that catalog.
Wow.
What was that?
though. But Dean would do the Rolling Stones though.
Did Dean do the Rolling Stones?
I don't know.
No,
but
he didn't do any modern covers. I don't think, like
No.
ever. Even
On Dean Martin's show, he had
Country were the only covers that he really did that were,
Yeah.
sort of, modern hits, redoing hits.
Yeah.
I loved it when the artists would do that. Like Andy Williams, my favorite period of Andy Williams is when he sort of switched from doing the what do you call it, the Great American Songbook type stuff and Broadway songs and things like that. When he started doing pop music, and that's probably about the 67, 68, around that period.
I didn't even know Andy Williams had different periods. Andy
Oh, yeah.
Williams.
Heck, there was an album produced by Richard Perry, and on that album, he's got he does, I think, a couple George Harrison songs and Nilsson songs.
Wow.
So
Iron Butterfly.
yeah. Well, maybe
Ooh.
what I need to do is do a CD Junkie video about Andy Williams. But no,
a little slow.
I am fully aware that when I do certain videos, I'm lucky to get any views on anything, even Madness.
Come
But,
on.
but I'm certainly aware that when I do a video on the Nylons, or if I do a video on Andy Williams, it's a pretty good chance it's going to get a lot less views than Madness or the one I just did, which was my top 50 favorite albums of 1982.
Yeah.
50?
Apollo Cruise was not one of
Yeah,
them.
but I go through them. It's a 16-minute video, and that includes a medley.
I didn't think there were.
No.
Wow. Can you do me a favor before the next Tuesday show?
You mean Ski Lodge?
Yeah, for Ski Lodge. Can you find some Helen Shapiro for me?
Let me see if. Well, I don't know if I can get any. I'm going to see what I have here in my system.
And Don Ho.
I actually do have Don Ho, and I've thought about playing him, but okay, let me see what I have by Helen Shapiro.
Okay. Yeah. No. I like her a lot too. I never talk about her because nobody's interested. But I've got one of her albums and had her sign the album when I met her.
Like her. If you like
It
her, you
looks
like
like I only have 2 songs in my system. One is called
Yeah.
"He Knows How to Love Me," and the other one's
Yep.
called "Keep Away from Other Girls."
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I need to get a Helen Shapiro best of.
Helen Shapiro's great. I mean, like I said, I had her sign my album. I met her and talked to her about when she did the video on Ready Steady Go with Ringo of Look Who It Is.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. Did she invite you up for coffee?
Yeah.
He should have had George Harrison arrested after he slapped her.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Kimba's favorite album was "Strawberry Shortcake Counts 1, 2, 3." That's
Oh,
awesome.
wow.
Now we get an idea how old Tim is.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever buy that Sesame Street compilation that came out in the 90s? I'm trying to think
Yeah, I
when
did.
my daughter was born.
No.
My daughter was born in 90, so it's probably about mid 90s. And I bought it for her, but I kind of bought it for me too. It was called Sesame Road. And they
I
had
think I got that one now.
No, I
they
never
had like the Beatles related songs that they had released, like Let Her Be sounded like Let It Be, and stuff like that. So,
did you get that, Joe? You said
No, I was kidding.
oh, okay. Actually, it's really rare, but yeah, I do have the promo video to Let Her Be.
Yeah.
There's an action video.
Well, I will tell you that when I was a kid, this is 1969. You know, I was like first generation Sesame Street kid.
Yeah.
You know, I had my parents for my birthday that year or Christmas of 69 or 70 bought me the Sesame Street album. But that's the first time that I remember hearing Octopus's Garden. It was when Sesame Street did Octopus's Garden.
Yeah, they did. You're right. You're right.
And that's one of the few times, you know, they didn't always pull songs from outside. They always had people like Joe Raposo and other people write songs for them. But they did Octopus's Garden. And when I was watching it, you know, I think my mom or dad said, "Oh, that's the Beatles." And
Who?
but this is probably
not the Who.
1970. Yeah. I already knew who the Beatles were. I just didn't know that was a Beatles song because my parents didn't buy Abbey Road for some reason. We heard it at my grandma's house when my aunt played it.
Okay. Wow.
I think they were hippies, long hair. I mean, my parents were cool and stuff like that, but you know, they're hippies. But I am going to go. I'm not going to threaten you guys anymore. I have to make dinner and do some stuff before 7:00. And but I appreciate being on here, Doc. Thank you, Jeff and Joe and Tim.
Okay, Steve Schnee
and Brad. And
Good to see you, Steve.
Okay.
Have a good one. Have a good night.
Okay, Suggs.
Okay.
Enjoy your dinner.
That's
Okay, we have-
Suggs.
Say
Have an
hello to
opening.
Yeah, we have.
Steven Suggs.
Somebody.
Yeah. Yes.
Wasn't that lovely now?
Yes.
Hey. But just a
Yeah, I
splendid,
was too old for Sesame Street.
splendid time was guaranteed for all.
Mm-hmm.
Tim was speechless. I'm
He's
still
still
waiting on that
around.
song.
He's still rehearsing his Tony Tennille part.
That's right.
Mom.
You guys bring it. I got you, babe. I'm leaving.
Well, there's nobody in the sixth spot yet.
Nope.
So
Have one spot.
yeah, the link is up there. So like Brinley's out there, EC's out there, and Beetle Babe's still out there. Kimba's out there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm not holding my breath.
Yeah. Me either.
Yeah, Kimba's never going to come up.
Maybe some days.
Someday.
You never know.
You never know.
Kimba, if you come up on the live chat, we will give you Tim's phone number and you guys can go out.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's enticing.
It was. He's thinking about it.
I know. That's you know, dangling the carrot in front of her. I mean, Joe's gonna log on too.
Yeah.
Okay, Steven, just for Brad, we'll work on that. Oh my god.
Going out on tour.
Oh well.
It's
Well, people said they did enjoy the madness.
Yes.
madness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
I don't even think One Step Beyond is on this one.
I even got Robert P to listen to it. I'm surprised Robert hadn't jumped in here.
Yeah.
Robert P.
Oh, but
Or Robert S.
this one's got House of Fun though. I like that
That was
one.
fun.
It's very, very much fun. Yes.
Yay.
Yeah. Sure. So like we've been on here for a whole hour. We talked about madness and Engelbert Humperdinck and
Sesame Street.
Sesame Street. Yes. And
This podcast that we're all watching is brought to you by the letter D.
Yeah. Yeah, as in Beetle Babe.
Or his dog Dacus.
Yes.
And there
Who's
she
that?
is. This way.
Beetle Babe.
I didn't want to interrupt Steven when he had like so much better stuff to say than anything all come up with. I was like, no, let him be on. Let him be on. Don't go off on my behalf.
Oh, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Good.
She's sitting on the floor.
I always do when I'm in here. Unless I'm over there on bed when I sit in here. So, but it's a much wonkier angle if I go over there, so it's usually easier to just that way.
Oh, fine.
Well, it doesn't
Take
work now. You can't blow me out. It doesn't work.
Take
Changed
time
over.
away.
Yeah, move him
Take
over
my
or move
sign
me
away.
down or
Great.
something. Yeah,
Great.
move Kim up
Yeah,
there.
usually
Move
I have it just like
Kim can do that.
like this much to where it's not as obvious that it's the floor, but no, it's totally the floor. I don't care.
Oh, and you're doing your needle point or whatever again.
Actually, I'm doing crochet today, so
Well, what are you making today? It looks like Mike Nesmith's hat.
no, it's not. I wish I could say it's not even the right colors for Mike Nesmith's hat.
Wow.
No, it's just like
Beetle
basic
booties.
stuff to sell. So
Beetle booties.
no, that's not a bad idea. Actually, I think I've only ever done one pair of booties ever. Now that you mention it, I probably should sell more of those.
Oh yeah, there you go. Beetle booties.
Yeah, but the thing is, everybody expects you to play the piano that's behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And if it were in tune, and if I wouldn't get people like copyright strikes if I did it, I'd probably do it.
Oh, but I would.
Yeah.
I know, and that's why I'm like, I'm not going to do that on somebody else's channel and get them struck. Like, that's not nice.
Oh no, yeah. Well, I wouldn't get a strike. I'd just get a claim.
True.
There you go.
But
See,
and it
you
doesn't fix it
Yeah.
being out of tune.
And if the piano's out of tune, it'd probably go right over YouTube's head.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't have any problem unless we get
Yeah,
buddied
but
out.
it sounds terrible, though. It's like so many years out of tune.
Oh yeah, so play a
one of
little
those.
blood down on that.
No, it'll sound horrible on it. No, it'd be a bastardization to the song. Don't do that.
Well,
Let it be or something, you know. We'll all get
No,
our
I
license.
I wanted to see how bad it was not that long ago, and I like tested part of like Fool on the Hill. I was like, oh, well, we're not doing that. Okay, that is, that's not happening.
Oh, I hear Jeff's cat.
Oh, but I like the cat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, this AI stuff. Give me a break.
Yeah, heard some of that stuff. It's like,
Really, no end to this.
well, it
I
keeps
heard
getting
that.
better on the daily as they keep putting more through it. It keeps getting more refined.
yeah.
Like,
The
I hate to
Paul
admit,
McCartney
I've kind of
song-
gotten into it.
Yeah,
Paul
I know a lot of
McCartney
the
song
younger
New
people have.
is now a Beatles song. Yeah, news.
Like, I know it's not real, but it's fun to pretend. I think as long as it's clear labeled that it's fake
Well,
and it's all just for good
Mhm.
fun, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's always going to. I think that's the problem.
Yeah, that's the
Beatley
problem,
tone.
and that's-
Well,
Yeah.
Been a while. Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Joe, I've shown this on my video shorts. This is one of the things that's coming up on my next, well, not next, but
is
several.
that a Bud
videos.
Light?
It's very rare. George
Oh.
Harrison can.
Ooh.
What?
Oh, I never heard of
It
that
doesn't go.
before.
Make it big.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
really,
Wow.
really,
Ooh.
and it's
Wow.
real. It's not a boot or
Good
anything.
gear.
It's real.
Wow.
Where'd
Okay.
Is
you
that an
get
AI
that?
can?
What's that?
Cool.
Yeah, that's
It's
cool.
from golly, where is it from? I got the paper. I think it's Madrid or something like that, or
Argentina.
Okay.
yeah, maybe Argentina, something like that.
Argentina.
Don't throw that in the recyclables.
Yeah.
Yeah, but isn't that cool?
It is.
Yeah.
Like, clean that one real well after and everything.
Yeah. That'd be
Yeah,
good.
Keep it on a
It's
shelf.
quite rare, but anyway,
Yeah, that's a video.
Yeah, that can's nice.
that's a video.
At least he's not going like that.
Yeah,
when he's opening
I'll have
the
that up
can.
in a video sooner or later. But it's kind of
DC tune time. You got it right, my friend.
And I do agree with that part
This
too.
is
That's why I'm
true.
like, I'm torn because I'm having fun with it, but on the other hand, I'm like, oh, I'm also well aware of how they could abuse it.
And they're gonna and
Yeah.
with photos, forget. Well, photos are already screwed.
Well,
up.
they've been doing that for
a long
years.
time.
That's
It's only
nothing
gonna
new.
get, but it's gonna get all the more and more perfected looking.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
yeah.
But
Whatever.
like
Only
with
got
photos, we've
20
been doing
years
that
left.
since the 90s. As long as we've had Photoshop, it's been happening with photos.
Okay.
The John Flavor ice cream lid.
Wonder
Brad?
how does John ice cream taste like?
Don't
Wasn't
ask
it
me, I
the,
banned them,
like
blocked them.
World Peace one or something?
Oh.
Tastes
Am I
like
thinking-
lemon.
Something like that.
John
Yeah.
Because I want to say I remember hearing about
John
it, but I
Lennon.
never found it. I
Mm.
looked around for it, but I never found it. Just like the Elton John one, I was never able to find that either. Because I was gonna
I
get
heard that
it and then
version.
like, clean it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that 10cc version. It sounded fake to me. It didn't sound like Paul good enough.
All fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the new one's floating around. Sounds like Paul. It doesn't sound like Paul. Everybody's like, "Oh, it sounds like him."
No,
You
it
know,
doesn't. It doesn't.
one of the
A lot of
Beach
them
Boys
don't sound like
songs.
Paul.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But he does what, In My Room or something like that, I think it is, or one of those.
He
Oh,
did
God only
the
knows.
I
I think it was that one.
Caroline No or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
That is, yeah, that's it. Yeah,
And
it's
then there's other ones.
like really.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he did
enough
God
stuff.
Only
Oh,
Knows.
okay.
There's enough stuff out there that they could keep going with Paul's stuff. I mean, he's got enough stuff. He
Vanilla
can
and
release
chocolate.
stuff that's still on the shelf.
Have you guys heard the Goodbye one? That one's
Mhm.
terrible. And Paul sang Goodbye. It's been released.
Yeah,
We don't
yeah.
need an
I don't understand when it's something that
why you're
exists.
doing this.
That's the other thing that's going to happen in the reverse. One day they're going to say, "Here's a version of Paul doing Goodbye." They're going to say, "Oh no, it's AI." They're going to say,
Yeah.
"No, this one really is Paul doing it. This is not
Yeah.
AI."
Well, the AI one is terrible. He's singing. It sounds like Ray Hopkins. I mean,
Yeah, I know. It's so
Paul
slight.
never sang that high in his life.
It was better when the 45 came out when Doc Dacus had it out. That was the classic one. So Oh, there, hey Doc. Yeah, we're talking about you. What?
Yeah, what's with that?
What cartoon characters? Oh, yes, it's 1950 style Goofy.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, now
And-
she's
and-
bored. She's gonna knit because she's bored with all.
Yeah,
that.
No, I'm not. I have to have something to do with my hands because I'm that ADD. I have to have something to do with my hands, like at all times. It makes me nuts if I don't. I actually
Okay.
feel it's better if I'm doing something with my hands. Actually,
that's a good guess,
Robert.
Robert.
Mm-hmm.
It's Robert S.
Yes. Yes.
Robert.
Robert S.
Yeah.
Do I have that picture on the?
What's that?
I was looking to see if it's on my avatar list.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it is. Okay.
I still want to find out what program or software I have to use in order to talk about movies and have the poster appear next to me. Still don't know how to do it.
Yeah, that's from a 1950s cartoon where Goofy was sick and dead,
Oh, okay.
Oh,
and he
Oh.
took some weird, I don't know, pills or something like that, and he made he made this face.
Mm-hmm.
didn't the Disney Channel in its really, really early days do their own music video to Ringo's "Oh My My" and they used that cartoon in it?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, I was like, I swear
know.
I've seen this somewhere before, and also I was like, when you said that, I was like, I know where I've seen it. Okay.
Yeah, that they used that cartoon for the promo video and kind of got in trouble for it. So it's kind of it's out there, but it's not out there.
I had to hunt so hard to find that thing just to prove it existed, since I like very, very vaguely had the teeniest inkling of a memory of seeing it when I was super little, but could never prove it to anybody. They were like, "What are you talking about? That's not a thing." I was like, "No, it very much was. I promise you this existed."
Yeah.
No, this is Mandela effect. I'm like, no, I will find it. I will prove it in years. And I eventually did find somebody had it uploaded. I was like, see, there it is. I told you it existed.
Yeah, I got the promo video on a DVD of Ringo. Yeah, it's out there.
Yeah.
And it's great because right when Ringo sings "On My Mind," the drum hits real loud. The two bears hit their rear ends together at the same time. And
Exactly. And actually, that was the weirdly specific part that I remembered was that exact moment. That was the part that stood out in my head. And trying to find this thing with only that to go on and knowing what song went with it, it's like, good luck. And everybody's like, you sure you're not on crack? You sound like you're on crack. I'm like, no, it's real.
It's like, yeah, I'm on crack, but I do know the song.
So when they do the 50th anniversary, they should put a extra DVD of videos in there.
Oh, they
Yeah.
should. Well, Ringo's done tons of videos. There's
Yeah.
volume 3 of bootlegs on DVD of Ringo's. He's
Mhm.
done
Mhm.
so many. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
there
know.
was some in that best of I have. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've seen them,
Yeah.
Joe or Tim, but
Yeah,
there's
sure.
a bunch of I've got a bunch of DVDs of, well, 3 of them of Ringo promo videos.
Yeah, see, up until a few years ago, I had no idea there was anywhere near as many promo videos for Ringo, since I just never seen him surface anywhere. Then all of a sudden, just like a treasure trove, somebody decided to upload like all of them. I think a lot have been pulled since then, but all got uploaded like the same day. I was like, it's Christmas in July. I love this. Oh my gosh.
I mean, Paul McCartney come out with, I mean, they could come out with a promo video collection. I mean, Paul's got enough videos, and John and George and Ringo.
Didn't Paul already do one like that?
Yeah,
McCartney
Paul
did?
did one. It could
Yeah,
have
I was
fit
like, I
so
always-
much more on it.
Yeah, it wasn't complete.
Yes, there's a
This
lot
is
more
like
they
an
could have put
hour, you know.
Yeah.
Can we just write to Apple and demand this stuff?
That's why you need bootlegs.
Yeah.
Like, where are those
Just a matter of them needing to know that enough of us actually legitimately want this and would shell out the money for it if it existed. But I think it's Ringo, nobody cares that much. It's like, but we do though.
Yeah. I mean, MPL contacted me when Wingspan came out because they wanted me to add footage to Wingspan, video footage.
Wow.
He was going to do that because they've all heard the story, but I helped out in the anthology. My footage is in the anthology as well, DVD.
That's
But
so
when
cool.
Wingspan came out, I was a part of the fan club with Paul McCartney.
Mm-hmm.
And Wingspan came about, and I submitted the letter I had back to them of saying what footage they were looking for, and the stuff they were looking for. They sent me 7 things that they were interested in. Out of the 7, I had 4 of them.
Nice.
Yeah, and it just never came about. I mean, I said to them, I'll be glad to send it back to you, send you the video footage. And I told them, with me helping out with the anthology, and they knew who I was because they contacted me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, legendary status.
And that's
I had
before
no
you were
idea.
Beetle Brad, even.
Yeah, that was way before I was Beatle Brad. Yeah, I, did all of
And
that.
yeah, I was already Beetle Babe by that point.
Yeah, I did get one cool thing. They said they couldn't, they were going to use the footage, but pretty much the whole thing was done. So, sadly, instead, I got a signed autograph with Paul McCartney.
Oh, wow.
Man,
Only.
yeah. No, it's a postcard. Actually, it's kind of cool. It's from the fan club, where I've got one where it's from the fan club, and then the other one is the signed one. I mean, I can go get it.
I'd love to see it.
What did Paul say to you? Oh, save that for when you find it.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
he just signed it,
Oh,
Paul
he
signed it.
So
He
it's
didn't
Paul.
put a paragraph in like, thanks for helping us out with the anthology.
No, I got a letter with it, and it just said, thanks for your interest in helping out with Wingspan. Just, I don't know. I mean, I thought Wingspan was so lame. It was actually a horrible film.
Mhm.
The whole thing. It was
Don't
terrible.
tell Paul that.
Probably already did.
Yeah. You're never going to get another autograph after that.
Mhm.
That's right. I'll be right back. I'll go
Okay.
get it. And I know
Yeah.
He'll be right back.
you guys will be bored.
Right back.
Don't go away,
Yeah,
kid. He'll
That's
be right.
okay.
Yeah, right after this message. Yeah, he's going to get an authentic
Mhm.
McCartney autograph.
Yes. The way it says it is. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
how
it's
did you
like,
know
like the
that
Beetle
somebody else-
wallpaper back there and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty. Yeah, it's original 64 Beetle wallpaper.
Yeah. Try getting that home from England. Yeah.
I'm like Joe. See, I even have a Beatles
Yep.
Beatles scrapbook like Joe.
Oh, yeah, with all the stuff.
Stuff in it. Yeah.
All the
Yeah.
goodies.
I do have
Lots
that
of-
same yellow sub model kit that's in the background, though.
Yeah, do you? Okay.
Yeah, I've got that one.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's cool. That is
Yeah.
cool. So here, I'll spin you around to. Here's a bunch of uncut tickets.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll have to do another room tour.
Yeah, I've got those Beetle cars too.
Yeah.
Oh, here's
Uh-oh.
Kitty. And the
I
Beetle
know.
chip tray, I've got that.
He wants attention.
I'm just like looking around like, which things do I have?
Come here and sit down and
Oh,
shut up.
wow, you have a model of John's Rolls Royce. That's so
Yeah,
cool.
that's very rare. Very
I didn't
rare.
even know they made one of that. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Two different
Cool.
sizes. Anyway, I won't bore everybody with
Do
watching
you
my room.
have that Beatles double decker bus phone from the 90s?
Yeah, it's right there. Yeah.
I always wanted that. Like, I remember seeing that in catalogs and wanting it so bad. My mom's like, no, that costs way too much. And I've seen it on eBay a few times, but I've yet to. Oh, cool! Look at it.
There it is.
Paul.
Wow. Whoops.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Is that
Hey, you can make me small. I have to find it here first.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I know you guys don't
we
need
weren't
to
supposed to see that. Cut.
I know you don't need to see all this. This is just.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
but
soon.
we're gonna, or at least I'm in anyway.
After I see it.
What's that? I hear Lisa Welcho is at your front door.
Yeah, she should be
Yeah,
coming.
she wants to be our show.
Collector's call. Hopefully
That'd
they'll
be
be
good.
coming.
Yeah,
Call
but,
back soon.
but she won't show much anyway. She'll only show about 4 things.
Yeah, that was a lousy
Yeah.
Beatles show they had.
Yeah.
Not terrible.
I know. I really hate that.
You should have went to Brad's house, not that one.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, it wouldn't matter anyway because they'd only focus on about 4 or 5 things, and they'd say, "Well, thanks for coming."
Yeah, and it's like,
You know,
oh,
you got
that's
a whole
it.
house. You know, every time
Maybe
go
they
to-
can make it a mini series.
It's like, we could do
Yeah.
the lunch boxes, or we could not show anything.
Yeah. I mean, the one guy that they talked about Gilligan's shirt for 5 minutes. Like, come on, he's got other stuff. You know?
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
disappointing.
Well, I've got 2 of these. The one that's not signed, and then the other one that is signed. I was trying to find show you the one that's not signed first. I could at least show you the real thing with it.
Yeah, I've got Peter Tork's piano. We'll talk about that for 10 minutes. Meanwhile, I have Mike Nesmith's hat in various colors. We will
Well,
talk
I
just-
made that in various colors. But
So here's the one that's signed. I can't find the other. But I got the one that's not signed. But there's the one that
that's
is.
such a good looking one too. Look at
Yeah.
that.
Where's the signature?
Right down there.
I can't see
can't
it.
see it.
Did I take the glare off?
I still
I
can't see
think
the
it's just because it's so already dark that it's not really showing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is. So, oh my God, I'm going to meet Beatle Brad.
There you go.
Okay.
It's a classic.
Well, wait a sec. That's that one.
OMG.
Richard Dolan these days. Is he still alive?
What was
See,
that?
this is
Is Richard Dolan still alive?
I guess.
I would assume so. I know he made a video the other day
Sure he's
that Aerosmith and their last tour. So
Oh, yeah, he wants someone to go with him to see Aerosmith.
Oh, that'd be Stephen Schnee. He loves Aerosmith.
or Tim Allen. You could go.
No thanks.
Oh, come on. It's their farewell tour. You got to go.
Yeah, I'll never see him again.
yeah, I missed my window of when I wanted to. So
Mhm. That's okay. I saw him in 76.
wow.
You saw Tim
I
Allen
got
in
to see him in like the early 2000s for the what was it, Just Push Play tour. So and my parents wouldn't let me. They're like, "Yeah, no, you're not going to that." So I was like, "Why am I that obvious in my intentions?" Gee, they're like, "Yeah, no, you're not going to be like Liv Tyler." It's like, no. It's like, fine.
Oh.
Okay, I'm back again.
He's
So
back.
I did show you the one that was not signed. Here's the one that is signed.
Okay.
Okay.
Right here.
Oh, there
Oh,
it is.
that's why
Okay,
you
that's
couldn't
why
see
we
it.
couldn't see it
Yeah.
before because you were
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
okay.
Like, it's gotta be there.
Yeah.
And these are actual postcards from the fan club. Up here, this is a postcard of Paul's, and then that's a promotional postcard that I bought a set of when he did the postcards from the fan club.
Very nice.
Now, that's
Yeah.
swell.
I know, and that's just something. Now that I'm totally boring you.
That's
No,
swell.
not at all.
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm just tired. I'm like ready to just go to sleep.
This is basically like collector's corner or whatever.
Yeah.
Like what's this called?
Mhm.
Yeah. Without
Collector's call.
Oh, that's amazing!
Oh my gosh, where did you get that?
I know. How much did you pay for that? I can't believe you've got that.
This is kind of cool. You guys might like this.
Yeah.
My at the time when John got assassinated or killed, whatever you want to say, my friend that worked at the radio station, this came across the teletype at that time, and so he kept it for me, and I got that.
Oh wow.
That was from the radio.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I got some of that stuff too
Oh boy.
That was he kept that for me right from when the station.
from the AP. Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of neat. So
Mhm.
I don't like the news, but
anyway, I could bore you with other stuff.
yeah. I pity the person who had to read the news. Oh boy.
Yeah,
hmm You read my Facebook post about it, so yeah.
All I can think of is like Howard Cosell.
yeah, the Howard Cosell one. That's pretty.
But that seems to be about the most
Mhm.
thought of, like announcement. Sold down to Howard Cosell.
Yeah. It's like me. I thought it was a joke. I
Yeah.
thought,
Well, I
what?
can see why.
Yeah.
There's a full page ad for Broad Street.
Oh,
Ooh,
cool.
okay. That's
Oh.
a good one.
That's when it came out. I got that when I was in actually when I was in Chicago.
Yeah.
And these are kind of neat with Paul during Tug of War.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway, yeah, those are kind of fun to collect.
What was Paul sending out at the tug of war period?
That was during the fan club. If you wanted to get the calendar for the year.
Yeah.
And you said, yes, I'll take one.
You had that
Yeah.
club sandwich as well.
So I got Club Sandwich. I started collecting those back in '78. That's when I started into the fan club in '78, and then I went all the way through to the very last issue when Linda
Yeah.
passed away, and that was the last issue. Was the one with Linda.
I have a few of them that came to my radio station.
Oh, really? Those are really cool. Really
Yeah,
cool club sandwiches.
Mhm.
Anyway, you make
Yeah,
me
that's
smile.
another one of those things I want to collect. I have a few of them, but
Mhm.
I'm sure there is so many from
Yeah,
so many years that's like, this
it's
is
a
a
lot.
huge endeavor to try
Yeah.
to collect. And given
There's-
it's not like the only fan magazine from any fandom of mine I'm trying to collect, it's like, well, pick your
Yeah,
battles.
it's a
Which
bunch of them.
ones? Like, what is
Right.
available right now? What do they want for it? Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Poor Robert P. He was about to watch Leave It to Beaver and saw Doc was on.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Come on, Molly.
Beaver or Doc? What are you going to choose?
Come on, you can watch
Come
Beaver
on,
Beaver.
anytime.
Choose the beaver every time.
Fall into the
Always
cat
choose the
soup or
beaver.
something. Yes.
Always fun to do that.
Hmm.
Let's
So,
friend of mine was a photographer. Let's see what pictures I can show you that he won't be too upset with
Let me
me.
get my blow up button ready again.
Oh, dear. You probably won't be interested in too many of these, but
I doubt that.
he was a photographer and he sent me his pictures afterwards. But this is a picture of Paul when he was on Johnny Carson. These are his photos.
oh, yeah, yeah. hmm
That's
Yes, I remember that.
the actual photo
Yeah.
or when he got ready to go on Johnny Carson.
It looked like it was Christmas.
It was Johnny's birthday.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
another one with Paul.
Should have had George on that.
Then he
Yeah.
also followed Paul in his tour when he first went on tour in '89. I got a bunch of pictures of that. These are the actual photographs that he sent me. Anyway, I'll show you some more later.
Oh, all right.
I'll let everybody talk. I don't want to feel like I'm.
There you go.
I'm too tired.
If nobody has this.
What?
Yeah.
What is
Trappers.
Oh,
Granny
wow.
Trappers. You're right. I don't have that.
Nope.
He was actually in a Hitchcock movie.
Tim has.
And Beatle Brad
Uh-oh.
on colored vinyl.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
Yeah.
On
Amber.
vinyl.
Wow.
Wow.
The inside's actually good. I like it. It's a garage rock tune.
That's pretty sweet.
So
And
you
it's-
better have the Butch Patrick, Eddie and the Munsters.
I have that too somewhere. I have
Yeah.
that.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah. Or Cookie,
So-
Cookie, lend me your comb.
Cookie and
So
the
let's see,
Lidsville thing.
I have that album. I don't have the 45.
he did. My friend did photographs of all four, but it's all solo wise. Which one would you want to see next, George or
All of them.
John.
John?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did a whole video of this. I mean, on my video channel, I showed these.
Okay.
But yeah, he was photographer. Followed John around for a while. There's those two.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
But these are the actual photographs. These aren't some thing I've got. These are his.
Robert P. wants.
I have the one on the side of the wall. I have that same one.
Yeah.
There must have been copies of them.
I bet you it's his.
But I mean, it's an actual, like, I remember, I got that at the Beatle Fest in the early 80s. It's an actual photograph. It's not like a...
Yeah, I'm sure it's a copy, though. It's,
Oh, it's a photograph.
But yeah, I know they've got them on photographic paper. I've seen those, but here's one of the ones he did of George.
Oh,
That's a really good one of George.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Watch out, your book is falling apart.
It is. It just did, yeah.
Whoa.
And here's one of Stu Sutcliffe. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
A glass bag. What's that? I'm going to say no.
Here's one of the
They
other
must
ones.
have been trolling through my channel first to get that.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one of the other ones of Paul.
Oh, look at that one.
Mm-hmm.
Another one of Sir Paul.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get it in frame. Sorry about that. Sorry about the glare.
Okay.
And I got a bunch. I probably got more Paul ones because, like I said, he followed Paul during the tour.
When I was in about third grade,
They're
I
probably
insisted
never
on
ending.
getting a suit jacket that was
I mean, there could
striped
be
like
a
that just to be
countless
like
amount.
Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Pictures
Wow,
on
that's
stage.
cool. All right, I got a couple more Paul ones if you want to see them. Here's that one. There's that one. But yeah, no, he was a photographer for many years. He still is a photographer. I mean, I met him because I'm actually a car photographer for magazines, so that's how I met him, is through that. But these were all the ones that he took. There's like three more that he took, and then that'll be the end of the Paul ones.
Mm-hmm.
But I got a few George and a few John and several Ringos.
Several.
Several. He said
Oh.
Ringo was a pain in the neck to photograph. He said.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he keeps jumping up and down.
I know.
that's been a
He
big
made me
company, I
small.
guess.
Yeah, he was not.
I guess
pleasant.
the best photos I ever managed to get of Ringo, I did with a disposable camera, and I'm still mad that that's the best I've managed to do of all
Really?
times I've seen him.
Yeah, so are we all going to go to Beaver Fest?
Gee, Wally.
I don't know. Depends what kind of beaver we're talking about.
Oh, I have that bag of
There's a
photos.
big
I don't know
question
where it
to
is.
Joe here.
My
Hey,
one-
when you first heard when George got stabbed, were you scared that he was going to end up with John?
No, as far as I know, it wasn't a situation like in progress. It was like kind of like you found
Like
out
they
after the
reported
fact.
on it, it was already done.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a day or two later. Mm-hmm.
Here's another one of George.
Yeah, I remember when that news broke. Like the very first thing I saw online that morning was like the top headline on like the landing splash page of MSN, and I like didn't even know that he wasn't fatally stabbed or anything yet. Just had heard that he was. Oh, okay, I'm easily distracted, but
I like
didn't know
your
that he was okay or anything yet. I was just like, no way, and this was all of like, oh, look at Rita. Oh,
This is Ringo when he was on Phil Donahue.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was the photographer when Phil Donahue. I don't know if you ever saw that show.
Yeah, 1978. Yep.
Yeah, with Barbara Bach and Ringo. But anyway,
Yeah.
that's his photo.
Barbara
And-
Bach was in the 81 one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
two
she
of
wouldn't
them.
have been there for the 70s one.
yeah. I was gonna say she went there for the '70s one. And I got a couple other small ones of Ringo, but
You should get a photo.
Ringo. Beetle Babe loves Ringo.
Yeah, but he's my boy, so like anything you got of him, I would love to see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, got a lot more Ringo stuff.
Yeah. Beaver, what are you doing in that soup bowl?
Beaver.
There's a lot of classic Beaver episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That man had to steal it and put them in a teapot or something.
No.
So the 91 tour?
yeah.
Okay.
Looks more like
This
92.
one I bought, but it's still kind of fun to have. I bought this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks like the Princess Trust,
I was
maybe.
just about to say, yeah, very good, Joe. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the Princess Trust.
Yeah.
And that one I bought as well.
Mm-hmm.
But
Ringo.
Ringo, good old Ringo.
It's
Yeah, I
my
got
name.
Everybody
Okay.
loves Ringo.
two Ringo autographs, actually. I've got a signed pair of drumsticks and a Abbey Road walk across with Ringo signed.
I'm so jelly.
Mm.
I wrote to him every day for a year, trying to get him to even send back one autograph. I couldn't get him to. I'm still salty about it. This was years before the No More Fan Mail thing. This was like probably
Whoa.
1999. So.
That should have been.
That's too bad.
Brad, was that George and Ringo taking around when we was Fab Video Time?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, something like
kind of
that.
was.
It was.
Then when I went to go see Ringo in concert, those of everybody else who knows me know that I'll do anything. I got up out of my seat, walked all the way to the stage, and took a picture of Ringo.
Wow. And you
I
didn't
walked-
get
Yep,
shot.
yep.
Yeah, I got stopped by security because I had took pictures with my phone and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
that's the last time I saw Ringo. And I got back. I did a whole video about it, but I went backstage to meet Ringo and got
Oh,
backstage.
yeah.
Yeah, Joe
I
saw it.
remember
Yeah.
that. You almost did, right?
Almost made it too. The guy was like, "You're not supposed to be back here." But anyway, I got that one from Ringo. I'm trying to see if there's any other Ringos. There's
Beetle Brad.
Makes me feel any better, even if
Yeah.
you had gotten backstage. Ringo leaves before the band stops playing,
yeah,
as I found out the hard way. So,
yeah.
because I made it back, and I didn't know that he's already gone by the time the rest of the band's done.
He's
So-
kind of
Which back
There
from
we
Eddie
go.
Munster. Eddie and the
There we go.
Monsters.
Eddie Munster.
Oh, okay.
Eddie and
Nice.
the Monsters, yeah.
That's
Took me a
neat.
minute.
Jim.
Took me a minute to find it.
They have the
There you go.
Lidsville theme too.
Yeah, this
Eddie.
was his band for a
Oh,
while.
okay.
Boy, there was a time where it looks like when you were getting all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have tons of stuff.
Yeah,
This
I know.
one's only on black vinyl. So.
Jim's got a lot.
Well, Black Vinyl Monsters, it's fine. Oh, what's
What's that?
oh, that's the label.
Wow. Whatever happened to Eddie?
It's in stereo.
I'll have to go get it. I met Eddie Munster at one of the Monster conventions. He's
Yeah,
strange.
yeah.
He's strange. He's
I
real
got him a
strange.
couple of times.
I've been friends with him on Facebook for years.
Really?
Well, he wouldn't accept mine.
Well, he accepted mine.
Yeah, you know.
And I
You
didn't.
must have thought you were the guy from Home Improvement.
Well, most these guys, like in the earlier days of Facebook, they were more accessible to fans adding them, and then when they
Yeah.
realized that
Yeah.
there's like
Yeah.
the friend limit, they started getting pickier. So
Yeah,
Well,
I
it's- well,
I
the
think
problem
it
is-
matters who your
Good.
friends are.
Yeah.
yeah, if
Yeah,
there's a bunch of mutuals, they're more likely to add you.
It does for
Yeah.
me. I
This
won't. I
local
won't
guy
find
Oh, yeah,
anybody.
same. I won't add anybody that has zero mutual.
Well,
There's
problem
this local
today
guy
is
that was in a Beatle tribute band, and he had lots of celebrity friends, and I befriended him. So suddenly you look at his list, and and I think that's why a lot of people said yeah.
Well, he's not even paying any attention to you. Meanwhile, right? I mean, it's like that's what a lot of them don't. Like they're friends with you,
Yeah.
friends, but
My coolest friend request, I friend requested Ron Dante, and he sent me back an email saying that he couldn't accept my friend request because he'd reached his friend limit, but he started a second page and he gave me the email address and said if you want to friend me on that one, I'd be more than happy to.
well, you have to unfollow a lot of people. I find I have to unfollow a lot of people.
But the only problem is a lot of these people think you want just an autograph and you're going to flip it and make money off of them. So that's why a lot of them won't be trusting to you on
It's
Facebook.
not true. Not true.
Yeah, well, then I go for like C-level celebrities. I mean,
Yeah, that's kind of me
nobody's
too.
nobody's flipping Ron Dante's autograph. Not really.
You're after Sam the Butcher on Brady Bunch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam. This one,
Alan
Beatle,
Melvin.
like this one, this kind of neat. This is where I've been to Liverpool twice, but this is where Ringo did "Sentimental Journey."
Yeah,
in the
I was
front.
gonna say I recognize it.
Yeah, that's the building. So that's
It
kind of
don't
neat.
look the same. It's got extra windows or something.
I know.
And
when I
now
was
it looks
a little-
different still because they've repainted it all psychedelic and with that mural of Ringo. down the side.
Yeah, it's all psychedelic. I don't really like it.
Yeah,
I mean, it kind
I'm
of
not
took
going. I'm
something
not
away
going.
from it in a way, but on the other hand, it is still kind of cool.
You
So
gotta
I don't
change
know.
everything.
I'm kind of
Sentimental
it.
Journey pub's not even the same one. Like, it doesn't look the same, right? And then
It's changed. It used to be. I mean, it's been a record store.
Cavern's not the Cavern. I mean, why bother?
Yeah,
Except for
I
the
mean, it's
Casbah.
so commercialized. I mean, I've been to Liverpool twice, and it's just been so commercialized. It's really kind of no fun. The
Yeah,
record
I know.
store's lousy.
Yeah, what else are they gonna get to get you there?
Yeah,
It's what they're famous for. Oh, Liverpool, that's where the Beatles came from. Well,
yeah.
And at this point, you can't even turn anywhere without it being Beatles something there. Which I mean, for me, that's great. But I can see where for people actually from there, they're probably so over it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, you go to Strawberry Fields, and people, walk by and go, okay.
And I'm like,
Yeah. I mean, it's great. It's really cool to see it, but seriously, you can drive right past it and not know it because it's just on the bend of the road. It's not like it's
Yeah.
a flashing billboard or something. When you're in Liverpool, it's just right around the side road and it's a back street.
so Star Trekker wants to know what's that building now? A 7-Eleven?
What is it now?
You get there?
it's still there. I'm not sure what they turned it into now. I just know that they've repainted it since. I want to say it's still a pub, but
Yeah,
I don't know what it's called now.
Yeah, they've kind of changed it around a couple times.
It
Yeah.
looks like it's all cakes. It's a bakery.
Right now, they're in the midst of restoring Ringo's house because it's been just kind of messed up. So they're
It should stay messed up. That makes it look good.
so that's the big thing right now. They're restoring Ringo's house. They've done Paul's and John's and George, but Ringo's they haven't done.
Well, it's probably on the bus tour.
Yeah.
The bus doesn't go to the Dingle.
The Dingo area.
Yeah. Nobody goes to the Dingle.
But Liverpool was so heavily bombed during the war that it still has craters today.
You
It's
gotta keep them that way. Make it authentic.
it's unreal. I mean, Paul McCartney's probably the only one. He has sunk millions into Liverpool because he sees it as a tourist trap. I mean, a tourist destination. So, Paul's putting money in it like crazy.
Okay.
Wouldn't it Photoshop it? Heck.
Bingo.
No.
But here's the comment of the sentence. He should renovate Pete Best's house. What's more, he's still in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That'd be great. Joe can beat this.
Yeah.
I met
I
Pete.
got COVID from him. No, I don't really know if that's 100% true or not, but
Well, at least you got something from him, The gift that keeps on giving.
And you only charged $50.
well, I think it was more than that. I probably got it from Rogue.
what's the Apple event?
If you're talking about the rooftop, it's a clothing store, I think, but it's still there.
It's a Gap now.
So I thought it was Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah.
Come and see the house of one of the original Beatles, and if you look to your right, he's still
He's
sitting
right
there.
Watching the telly. Yeah.
He's in Free as a Bird video.
Mhm.
Yes.
But no, I mean, yeah, they've turned the Savile Row into a gap. I mean, last time I was there, that's what it was a couple years ago. It's a gap.
I know. Poor.
I
Pete
never
Best.
heard Pete Best ever hate. Oh, he said probably hates Ringo. No, he doesn't hate Ringo.
No.
He's not consumed with
Yeah.
hate.
No.
Well, certainly he knows he's not the best drummer anyway.
I mean, he's moved on.
Brian,
I still think he thinks he's better than Ringo.
I don't know, that little bit I heard of him, it sounds like he was pounding on coffee cans.
Yeah, that's not too good.
That's because he's the best. Pete Best.
Yes, that's true.
Everybody has the right to be wrong.
Yeah, Pete Best forever, Ringo never.
No, I disagree. Do it the other way around.
It didn't work out that way. Oops. So,
Pete Best, he's crazy.
I hear he's still getting residuals from Anthology.
That's what I've heard
Yeah.
too.
I'm glad he is. I mean,
He's got it made.
Something.
Like 6-figure checks, I guess.
He's just he's a little famous, but he's got money and he's a little famous.
Yeah, in a way, he's really lucky. He can live a nice life, and he's not
Yeah.
And not even have to do anything.
constantly. You know, he doesn't have to deal with it every day. If
I've
he doesn't
not
want to.
heard any new news on Yoko. No,
No.
sorry.
Nah, just all the clickbait headlines about how Yoko Ono's final days in a wheelchair. It's like, but you have nothing to actually say, though. You're
Mm.
not saying anything new.
Yeah.
She just died moments ago.
It's like Yoko Ono's been in a wheelchair for 35 years. News at 11.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
They put one up the other day about Jerry Lewis dying, and he died like 5 years ago.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good to still have money coming in when you're retirement.
Yes, this is true.
Something you did 60 years ago.
yeah.
None of us could ever have that.
No.
He's
Nice to
lucky.
dream, but
Yoko is still sitting on Paul's amp.
Yeah.
still eating
George
George's biscuit.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I want to be like Joe and live the lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Are you crazy? Me, you're the one, my friend. Man, I wish I had your money.
Joe is in the elegance of flushing of on toilets.
I don't know about that.
Joe's got the royal flush.
Oh, wait a minute. I still have that queued up.
Lifestyle.
So
Yeah, you really getting chintzy with the sound effects.
oh, I'm not using enough of them?
That's high
You
budget.
didn't use any of them.
Oh.
I don't think so, except hello, maybe.
Like
Well, you gotta have a reason to, like, like
Oh, yeah.
there's a bad
You're not
joke.
gonna just
geez,
spam
you mean
sound
like the
for no
guys up?
reason.
I hear the guy upstairs again. I don't want to start that.
Well, yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Joe
Sounds
living
like
in
they're fooling around upstairs. I can hear the bed squeaking again.
See, you gotta have a reason.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
time to go.
And there's no reason to have one of these play.
Oh man, you just scared my dog.
I got fell over. I took
Oh, he's here. Yeah.
I'm a musician. I'm
I'm a rock star.
Tom Magnotti also is in the next room.
Oh,
What?
yeah, but then I have to go to this.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know how you have this set up.
Well, I have to bring up my list of stuff.
Oh,
There's a
I don't
whole
know.
other
What do
window,
I
and I search for it. and
Doc,
learn
tell
it.
me that again. What software do I need to be able to talk about a movie and see the poster come up next to me? I'm tired of watching like movie people doing that. Then I also saw this movie, the poster pops up.
You also know how to do picture in picture.
What is it
Yeah,
again? Picture in picture what again?
It's just called picture in picture is the feature you're looking for. What software do you use?
Yeah, well, he
that
wants
has
to know
that?
what I'm using. It's the
So I
one.
want us to write down what free hopefully, free software that has picture in picture.
Well,
Google that.
that you might
right?
have trouble with.
Yeah, that's what I've found, is that you don't find that for free.
Oh, come on. There's a song called Nothing for Free, an underrated McCartney song.
What? The author of my book will be on Talk More Talk? Really?
Great news to me.
I seen him do an interview with Ken Michaels, I think, already.
Oh wow.
I think.
Oh, the charts book.
Yeah, the chart book, yes.
As far as I know, he's not coming on Talk More Talk yet. Give me a
Oh,
heads
I
up.
think he's been on with Ken Michaels already because I
Yeah,
watched
he's been on
him.
with Ken Michaels.
Maybe
But I
we
do
don't
want to
know
get that book about the chart book.
Oh, what's the difference between a hippo and
Wait a
a
minute. I went to Best Buy today, and a very young guy said, "Oh, they have some free ones that have that on there." But I hope you better be right,
Hopefully so.
because I'm tired of not having this stuff.
I mean, I've seen ones that claim to have it, and then you try to use it, and it doesn't actually work.
So I guess you
that's
know
why I'm
your
like, if you
stuff.
can find one that's free that actually does it, let me know too what the hell it is.
Well,
Yeah, but that was the thing. When I got my editing program 5 years ago, it said free. And I went, okay. So then I, played with it and, it made some cool effects and stuff. I went, oh, this is rather neat. I do like this. And then when I hit save, window comes up. Oh, you want to save what you just did? Well, then you have to buy it.
Bingo.
well, how do I buy? See, this is what I don't get. I mean, because I do the laptop. I have to do it on a laptop to have that, and I don't want. If I have to pay for it, I don't want to. I guess it doesn't matter whether you set up the account through your phone or whether you set it up on screen. It's still the same.
The editing one I've got is called delete, and then I start over. Yeah,
Delete?
Delete. Yeah, then I start.
Delete.
Yeah, delete the whole video and start.
Oh man!
You can turn yourself into a mouse, though.
I have to be able to do this. No, and it's enough of that. I have to be able to do this because I need to have, especially for the movie channel. When I'm talking about movies, the post has to come up, especially if I don't have a movie that from my collection to show.
Why editor then, Joe?
Unless you got the actual.
What editor?
And probably any editor would do it.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so somebody wants to
See the Vincent.
Oh
Price
yeah, I
one.
like that one. Madhouse.
Pokey. Ooh.
You have the other one of the Tingler, but you don't have that one like on video, right? You just have the audio.
I just have the audio someplace.
That one's even better. The sound.
Sounds like my wife.
It's when you walk in and then you walk into the room.
With another stack of records.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I show up from the record store, and she's like, "No,
Not another stack. We were trying to pay the rent.
I don't know what the hell is wrong with these people. That's what I want to know.
not another stack of records. Don't you have that album?" And it's like, "Oh, it's from Uruguay."
Is that me? It's
Yes.
backwards? What is that, backwards?
Backwards.
Oh, yeah.
What's it forwards?
Probably just it is.
Good one.
I don't know. Backwards it actually sounds like something.
Yeah, it sounds like
Yeah.
that.
It does. That's what I was confused.
I hit the wrong one.
I know what it is. It turned me on, did me? Turn me on.
They're like Russian or something. Yeah.
It says, "I buried Paul."
It says like tomorrow I'm gonna do that.
The Hustle?
We're gonna do the hedges.
That
Yeah.
was Joe yelling at the fest.
Oh.
I know what that is. Turn it off.
Yeah.
That's Invisible Ray.
Oh no.
What is this? Paul's torturing his students with a quiz. Yes!
Mhm.
What fun! That's
Quiz
That's
time.
There is all kinds of videos on YouTube
Oh.
for free picture-in-picture editor. What do you mean, like tutorial videos? Like you mean to look up Is that what you mean?
Yeah,
I think that's what they mean. Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to have a program to do it with.
Yeah.
Yeah, all
and
that stuff. I
therein
don't know
lies
the word to use.
problem.
Software, program. To me, you gotta understand. It doesn't mean. It doesn't. I don't know what all that means. Software, program.
Well,
They both mean the same thing.
Joe's like, oh,
or
gee.
app. If you buy an app, whatever. But I mean, I paid $60 for it 5 years ago.
No, I don't want $60.
And see, that's what I mean. Is that for odds are you're gonna have to pay something. I don't know how much. You might be able to find a cheap one, but I've yet to find a single free video editor that actually has that functionality in it. 'Cause trust me, if I found one, I'd be using it.
Yes.
Mm.
Well,
I've
That
been
would look kind of awesome.
Since.
The cheaper one, it'll be in black and white, Joe. Yeah, it'll be black and
Oh
white.
yeah, Robert would know too. Robert P. Yeah. Yeah, but I know, I realize how primitive I sound with this because I don't understand anything. But the thing is, I got to put it. I could order it on here, right, or pay for it on the phone. Do the account here, and then when it comes time to do it, I can just access it on here on the laptop.
Yeah, because for something like, unless you're buying it on physical media, which odds are you're not, it's probably just going to be a file you download and you install it. You don't have to wait for it to come in the mail. It's just you paid for it. They'll send you a product key because once you have it and you have it installed, it'll want to know that you paid for it. And that's where the product key that you just input in it, now it's all unlocked.
Because I mean, I got all these things on my phone here. All these apps on my phone. Apps.
Yeah.
But I don't have a lot of them on this on the.
Jeff is holding up his credit card, Joe. Get the numbers now.
Credit card. Yeah. Credit card. No. So I let my girlfriend do it.
But
She's more trusting than I am.
You're going to need a real live editor. Great.
Well, even StreamYard, she took care of the StreamYard. I mean, it's whatever.
I don't know how much that NCH program costs now, but it was $60 5 years ago.
No, there's no way. I mean,
look out! Look at this. Robert P says, "Give me the name of software, he'll find a crack."
There you go.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's the one I should figure
about
this
everything except Adobe now, because Adobe's gotten really good at people circumventing that, because I used to get around it. But.
Yeah, I think I heard Adobe. Somebody mentioned that.
Yeah, Adobe.
Yeah, that's the most expensive one now. Don't do that one. It's literally hundreds of dollars.
For a month, it can't be more than $50. I mean, how much could they possibly?
Oh,
hundreds of dollars.
400, 500. It's expensive.
Yeah, that's why I was like, no. That's one of the most expensive ones you can get.
Then I guess I'll just have to say I saw a movie in the theater called Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, and without showing the poster.
You could do what Matthew Street does and just print out a picture on a piece of paper and hold it up.
I mean, there's that, but the cost of the ink is going to add up after a while too, and eventually it'll be more than you would have paid for software. So you still lose one way or the other.
St. John and rip it into pieces if you want.
Yeah. And ink is more expensive than water.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Or you could say, this is where the poster's supposed to go, but I'm just going to type
it. So I'm not going to buy it.
Now, Robert P.
I have been that person.
If Robert P. is paying, it's got to be the only option. I don't mean that as an insult. I mean, I know you like to try to get,
But still pay $60. Oh, they charge by the month now?
Yep. Wow. And it's for the entire suite of programs. You can't buy for just the one program anymore. That's why I was like, no. It's expensive. I know for a fact.
I'm lucky I got what I got then.
Yes.
What do you got again? Editor that came with it?
I've got NCH Video Pad. Okay. But I paid $60 for 5 years ago.
All right, 5 years ago, $60, right?
Mm-hmm. But I've used it ever since. I thought, what am I doing buying this thing for? But I've used
a video editor made by Mattel. So
yeah.
Or Hasbro. I think it's either one or the other.
I got to think about this now because, it sounds like a pain in the buttocks.
We have a question for Jen. Jen, I wear beanies often. Would you knit me a beanie?
What color you want? It'll cost you, but I can do it.
got a whole rainbow of colors that you're working on right now.
Well, this is just for like a baby thing, so yeah, with those, it's a rainbow color thing. But for like actual ones people want, they're like grown-ups, yeah, they usually tend to want solid colors, so I've got those, I got these, whatever you want.
Multicolors sound like Skittles.
It does look like Skittles, actually.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Skittles.
Robert still using his Adobe Photoshop from 1999. Like 24 years old. Gee. So, hey, Zelda still works.
Came with the Etzel.
You can't do any of this on YouTube Editor, I guess.
No.
Well, all that does is.
Yeah, you can like trim things out of it, but that's
Yeah,
not
I
the
do
same
that.
thing. Yeah, I looked.
But you can't do effects, like make something
Like blur
appear.
something out in it, yeah.
But like even I've seen Joe can put like words at the bottom of the screen.
No, that I have to
No,
do.
that was
That's
in the
another
Movie
annoying
Maker.
thing. I have to do that in my phone. Like in other words,
Oh.
Yeah, the movie maker,
if
whatever.
I record something, any video, take a picture movie of somebody
Mhm.
at the fest or something, then I have to in the phone put it on there with my phone,
Okay.
and then I upload it to the upload or download. What's the thing?
It'll be
Put it
uploaded.
on the desktop
Mm.
and then edit it together. I can't do it once it's finished. If it's a finished video, I can't go in later and put words in it.
Well, no. Once it's done, it's done. Yeah, true. Yeah.
It's
All good. It's Hunter's 8th birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Hunter.
Yeah, happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Oh, Hunter.
Hope
Fun.
you feel better.
Wow.
Hunter there, huh?
Yeah.
So it looks like the NCH one is cheaper now by a little bit, depending if you want the Masters Edition or the Home Edition. The Masters Edition is 50 and the Home Edition is 30. And it looks
Well,
like the one that Doc bought is probably the Home Edition because it says that one used to be 60.
oh, so let me write this down.
Monopoly. Standing by.
Yeah.
I can
Jen,
send you the link
you're gonna
for
have
it.
to go through. Actually, you could always text me it anyway. But
Yeah, I was about to say, I'll just send you the link to it, dude. On
all
Facebook.
right. I'm an old dinosaur. What
Got
can
you.
I tell you?
You're good.
Yeah, and then Joe can make himself blow up.
That's
Did
right.
you do that once? Didn't you do that?
I
Did
did
you
that.
blow-
He does. Doc does it several times.
No, if you go on YouTube and type in transparencies,
Mhm.
like for different stuff, like so I want a transparency for an explosion. Well, then I just they'd have it, but then I'd download it off YouTube and put it in my video and use the green screen thing to take out the
I don't get it.
would be black and just leaves the explosion.
Aren't you around my age, if not older? And you know all this. God bless you. I don't know how you figure this stuff out.
I mean, it's one of those things you kind of figure out as you go through trial
Oh,
and error.
yeah,
You
yeah.
watch a
Well-
tutorial or two, and it makes sense as you do it, because the first time you watch a tutorial, it gets confusing, but as you do it along with it, it's like, oh, actually, that's not that bad.
So I
I
could
mean,
make videos.
I'm
I could make
tougher
that.
than dirt, and I've figured out some stuff like that that's techie that I thought, there's no way in hell I'll ever figure
Well,
that out.
yeah. I learn as I go along already with this. But the thing I'm saying, so I could make a rant video, and at the end of every rant video, I could get, and at the end of this rant, explode.
Yeah.
Just think, Joe, before you know it, you'll be knitting your own booties.
I want Jen to
I mean, that's how I learned how it was off of YouTube.
Yeah, there you
No,
go.
but I have learned a lot as I went along. That's how obviously.
Yeah, like I didn't know how to do it when I got this stuff in, but I would see the green
Look.
screen tab and I would see the this and that tab and what does this do? What does
Okay,
this do?
so I sent
Listen,
you the link to it.
Weisenheim,
It
Mr.
claimed that
Robert
it's free. The download is free, but to get the actual stuff that's like the effects, you have to pay. And you can find the link at the top of the page, how to purchase. It's up at the top of the page.
By the way, listen, I want to make it clear. I've done a lot of tutorials on YouTube. Okay, that's how I found out how to do a lot of things. So yes, I know about that. I know, I found out about Canva that way. I tried Canva for a while. That was a pain in the butt.
Yeah, I didn't get on with Canva.
I was trying to do block letters. That was a pain in the ass. Now, luckily, my phone has shadow. They call shadowed letters.
Mhm.
Luckily, my phone has everything I do is in the phone, except for no, that's not true. Scratch that.
Just don't ask me how to order anything from McDonald's over the phone. I have no idea. Or bring up a coupon on your phone or tickets on a phone. Like I am very phone stupid.
Well, I'm at the
It makes
2 hour
you
mark,
feel better.
folks.
I'm not much better with it. So.
I'm gonna say a good night because I'm at the it's getting a little later here.
Okay.
So probably late there as well, but not for you guys. You guys stay up to like all hours.
Oh yeah, we're just night owls.
Yeah,
I need a party.
they haven't closed the cell blocks where I am yet.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so
I'm
I'm gonna
not
say good night. Someone else can free to jump in my grave now if you like.
Good to see you, Joe.
Okay.
See you all.
See you later.
Good to see you.
Yeah.